Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we are going to showcase Simon's monster tank. Now, back in the lockdown we used to do this where I'd get people to send me footage and I would do a voiceover. I had actually arranged to go to Si's house the day that I went to do the shop tour at Premier Aquatics, but Si ended up having to work, so we just said, why don't we just send the footage over, I'll do the voiceover. So I would have liked to have gone and done it in person, but you know what, I was really excited about showing you guys this amazing monster tank that Si's got. So this tank is 1,150 litres and it's about 300 US gallons, so it's a big tank. It's got a 30-inch footprint on it, and that is where the big amount of water comes. It's also got a sump that's 4 foot by 20 inches by 20 inches, so it's a lot of water. Check this Jag out, guys. I absolutely love this Jag. This Jag is my favourite Jag ever. So Si has the best Jag in the world for me, and I have joked with Si a few times about me taking it off his hands, but there's no way he's going to get rid of it. It's an absolute beast, and like I said, it's the best Jag I've seen, bar none. The stock in this tank is obviously the big Jag. You've got a pair of mini motor rays. You've got a group of clown loach, a group of blue boscia, a Lima catfish, a blue spot vieja, a black ghost knife, Lima cat, Florida gar, Atabapo red pike, flagtail, and a fire eel. Stunning stock list that. The red pike is from Premier Aquatics as well. Lovely pike. Stunning stock list. And a beautiful scape as well. So he's got some really nice wood in there. Obviously he's got sand, and it is a monster tank. Like I said to you, 1,150 litres, 300 US gallons. That is a lot of water, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's got obviously some American cichlids in there, which this channel loves. It's got the big Jag, it's got the red pike, and it's got the blue spot vieja. Love the flagtail as well. I've got myself a flagtail. It's only small right now, but that looks like a decent size one. And the tank was built by Steve at Premier Aquatics. So Si always recommends Steve when people ask where he got his tank from. So if you're looking to have a tank built, whether any size tank, hit Steve up at Premier Aquatics, because he's becoming quite well known and quite respected for the tank builds that he does right now in the UK, and he does deliver far and wide. So yeah, but yeah, going back to this tank, all the fish are coming up to a beautiful size. The rays that he's got are a pair of mini moto. He got them from Richard at Wharf Aquatics. He bred them, and Si is now getting into his rays because he's got an L24 Pleco, which I'll show you later in the video, because he's had to take it out of the tank because it's starting to nibble on his rays. So he is building this tank around those rays, and it just works. So I met Si on Facebook, and I've known him quite a long time, and he's subscribed to my channel and he supports me really well. Big shout out to you for that, Si. Really appreciate it. But he supports me really well. But he does actually admin on a Facebook group called Tropical Fish. What I'll do is I'll leave the link, the @signy thing at the top, so you can go and join it. He does admin on there, so he does share this tank on there a hell of a lot, which is why we always end up with me joking about the Jag. I'm always trying to nick the Jag off him, but I don't really succeed, as you can see, because it's still in his tank. But yeah, he does a lot on there on the Wirral one, which, like I said, I've shared anyway. But you get to see this tank quite a lot on that Facebook group, and it's well worth it because it's one of the best tanks out there. It's a beautiful tank. Si always says he thinks it's overstocked, but this tank is not overstocked at all. It's a big tank, a big body of water with some phenomenal fish in there. And I particularly get, so you know what, right? Lots of people now are getting into rays, and one thing I will say is I wouldn't have rays unless I had a footprint of a minimum 30 inches like this. These are mini marble motor rays, so obviously they're not going to grow as big as your usual ones. Not quite sure on the size to get to, so if anybody knows in the comments whether that's you, Si, or anyone, just put it in there, because if people want to know, they can find out, because this is obviously, with it being a mini race, sorry, it's going to be easier to keep in a smaller footprint. But I would always say a minimum 30 inches if I was going to keep one. Si also shared as a feeding video, so it's always good feeding videos. Now I never do them because they're just not exciting. I drop little small pellets in mine, and it's just not interesting. But when you've got monster fish and you've got fish of this size and you're feeding them mussels and prawns and that kind of thing, it's quite enjoyable to watch. So cheers, Si, for adding that feeding video bit on us as well. And as you can see, all the fish are all eating, all very healthy. Even the pike, because sometimes the pikes are really hard to get to eat. So the tank is thriving. It's a beautiful, beautiful tank. It's an absolute goals tank, isn't it? You know, 6 foot long, 30 inches wide and 2 foot high. You know, you can get some fish in that. It's a good size. But yeah, I mean, oh, there's the fire eel as well. We talked about the fire eel. It's come out to eat. Giving us a good show there. But yeah, it's a nice shot of the tank as well, guys. And yeah, he's got, I said to you before, he's got an L24. This L24 has been taken out because it's been nibbling on the rays. So Si said it was for sale. So if anybody's interested in that in the UK, he is in the northwest, so give me a shout. I can let him know. He may have sold it, guys, but you know, there's no harm in asking, and we'll see if he's got it. But it's a good bargain. That's his sump. That's 4 foot by 20 inches by 20 inches. And then he's got this little marine tank. Obviously marine's not for me, but lots of you love marine. Si's obviously getting into marine as well, and that's a lovely little tank. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to call it a day. Thank you so much for support, and I'll see you on the next one.